Have you ever thought to yourself, I want to grow my audience. I've been podcasting for a year and my downloads have plateaued.
I have a highly produced podcast. I feel great about the content, but I can't figure out how to make my show a part of my business.
I want to stand out. There are so many other podcasts like mine, and I want to be more unique.
Introducing the Podcast Producers Mastermind.
Hi, I'm Jessica Rhodes, founder and CEO of InterviewConnections.com, the premier source for booking outstanding podcast guests.
And I'm Corey Coates, the co-founder of Podfly Productions, a boutique podcast production company.
We're the co-hosts and producers behind The Podcast Producers, an audio series about the art and business of podcasting, selected by Apple as a How to Podcast show in iTunes.
On July 5th, 2016, we'll be hosting a content-rich seminar and mastermind for experienced podcasters, ready to invest in their show and stand apart from the crowd.
Join us to learn how to improve your setup, create better production workflows, and podcast like a professional.
How to take your show past the first year and elevate the production quality, content, and audience engagement of your podcast.
The keys to building quality relationships with co-hosts, guests, listeners, and your production team.
As an added bonus, you will leave the Podcast Producers Mastermind armed with an A to Z blueprint of how you can create a journalistic and narrative style podcast that sets you apart from every other podcast in your niche.
Go to thepodcastproducers.com/mastermind now to see the full agenda and claim your seat.
The Podcast Producers Mastermind is not for you if you have not yet started your podcast.
We'll be diving deep into more advanced strategies, so if you're still just thinking about podcasting, hold off until our next seminar.
But if you've been podcasting for at least 4 to 6 months and you're past the honeymoon stage of launching, register today so you can work with the top podcast producers on your plan for a high quality and compelling show that attracts your target market and positions you as a leader in your niche.
Go to thepodcastproducers.com/mastermind today to grab your seat and join us on July 5th in Chicago.